All right, trade recap for today. Took some crude oil longs. So let's go ahead and get into why I was bullish on the day. So a couple things here on the daily, right? So first things first, we had this daily CIST to the upside on Tuesday. So that makes me want to flip bullish. I do want to see us take out these highs at 60.44. But what I wanted to see coming in today is I wanted to see us fill this daily fair value gap as long as sweep previous day low. But I wanted to see some extra confirmation because in my opinion, it was still possible that we wanted to come back down, retest these lows, and then sweep these lows. So I want to see some extra confirmation. So where does that come in? All I wanted to see was really equilibrium of the previous day candle get closed above, which if we mark that out, we can see it's at 59.04. Let's do that right there. I wanted to see a close above this equilibrium on the hourly time frame to give me confirmation that our target was previous day high. So you can see here at 6 o'clock, we got the hourly close above equilibrium. So then that instantly makes me bullish and that our target is previous day high. We had this hourly CISD here. This would have been a good entry if you wanted to wait for less confirmation. I would say this is enough confirmation, but like I said, I wanted to see equilibrium closed above to flip bullish. But so why'd I enter, right? Hourly fair value gap. And if we scroll down to gas, we can see gas filled out as well. And the reason why I took this is if we scale down to the lower time frames, we can see we had a bit of accumulation, right? Consolidation. So what do? We swept the low of this consolidation leg, manipulation, whatever you want to call it. And also on gas, we had a hourly fractal model right here, hourly swing point. So that made me more confident that we were bullish. So all I waited for, we got this 5-minute CISD. I was going to get in off this 5-minute CISD retest, but I wanted to make sure that I was in before New York opened. So I got in off this 3-minute continuation. I'm not sure how I got filled here, but I'm not complaining. Got a better fill. I got in off this 3-minute continuation. Stop loss was originally here, and I trailed this at some point. Don't really remember when. I think I trailed it once we got this continuation, actually. So once we got this continuation, I just trailed my stop loss. Overall, super simple trade. Got confirmation that we were bullish. There's not really much to look into it when it comes to the setup. Pretty simple, pretty basic. But I want to talk about the SMTs that happened while the trade was going on or right before I got in the trade and why I didn't really care about them. So I want to talk about this SMT because somebody in the Discord asked about it. When did we sweep this high? 6 o'clock. Where's the 6 o'clock candle? Okay, never mind. I'll talk to the person who asked me. I'll talk to them about that SMT because that's not a valid SMT. Because if you look at the, oh wait, never mind. I see it. My bad. I see it. Okay. So we swept it as soon as we opened. I mean, not open. Sorry. We swept it at 23. Where's 23? Right here. Okay, I see. All right, there's the SMT you was talking about. All right. So really, I wouldn't have considered this SMT to be valid once we got this high time frame CISD. I mean, you can see I have this CISD marked out because this is a very good entry. The person who asked me about this did enter off this CISD, which is beautiful. It's an amazing entry. Yeah, the reason why we weren't valid is because once you get the hourly CISD, you're getting more confirmation to the upside, right? Because what happens? Here, I'll give you a little bit of sauce here too, okay? So how do you identify a London reversal? Okay? So a London reversal, to put it in simple terms, if you trade CISD, simple terms in London, you get a high time frame CISD to the upside or downside, and we continue, right? So you can see here we got this downside CISD at 2 o'clock, right? So then a lot of people are like, oh, this is London reversal. First of all, this isn't a reversal because we were still in bearish order flow. But our London reversal is right here. We get this bullish CISD, we retest, and we continue, right? So when you get a London reversal, what do you look for in New York? You look for a continuation, right? So after we get this CISD, you can consider this a London reversal, and you're just looking for a continuation off of it into the rest of London, and then just into the end of New York. And I mean, you can see here, we obviously got our continuation, right? So that's why I would say that SMT is not valid. Now I want to go into the big SMT that we had during the trade, which is previous day high. So you can see that RB or gas swept previous day high at 11 a.m., right? And you can see here I was not really even close to previous day high, but why did I hold the trade? So what I was looking for was a change in strength. Now it's kind of hard to see it right now because we're just fucking, this is just chop, right? But if you look at gas near 11 o'clock, this is when we took it, right? Excuse me. So you can see when we had this consolidation here, if you were to scale down on the 5-minute, you would be able to see it clearer. But in this consolidation, crude oil is a little bit stronger, right? And you can see here on the breakout, crude is stronger. So when we have an SMT, I look to see a change in strength with the correlated asset. So if we get a change in strength with the asset that did not sweep the higher low, then in my opinion the SMT is not valid and we're going to take it out, right? So that's why I still think crude oil is taking previous day high. We can see we had a decent retrace off of it. My stop loss is all the way down here or something. This is also in the middle of Trump's speech. By the way, fuck Trump for today. He said he was speaking at 10. He didn't speak till 11. And then all he said was shit that has already been posted online. So I don't really know what the fuck the point of that announcement was, but whatever. So yeah, that's really it. When there's an SMT, just look for a change in strength. And if you get a change in strength, then odds are that SMT is not going to hold and there's no reason to stress about it. Now let's get into NQ because I talked about this earlier in the week because this was an absolute snipe, right? So I said earlier in the week that if we look at the economic calendar, if we look at Monday through Wednesday, we have, was that this week? Oh shit, that was this week. Never mind, scratch that. But anyways, we can see that Monday through really yesterday, we were just in this range, right? In this range, in this range, in this range. And I said that my opinion was FOMC was going to sweep range low and we were going to get a midweek reversal. Now, so far that's playing out, but this is very possible that we get this CIS to the downside. But I mean, this was an easy range low to range high trade. Like you could have just taken this hourly CISD, boom, boom, like easy 2RR pretty much. So that bias played out perfectly. Just wanted to touch on that. Yeah, that was the crude trade for today. Super simple setup, not really complex. The only thing complex about it was the SMT. Like I said, all you need to look for there is a change in strength. Once I saw the change in strength, I wasn't worried about it. And the trade was risk-free anyway. And it's against my rules to close the trade early. So I let a trade ride, no matter how bad it looks, because I entered for a reason, right? So just because I'm in the middle of the trade and I'm second guessing shit doesn't mean I'm going to close it because it's against my rules. And also, I mean, anything can happen, right? I mean, like if you look here, my stop loss was originally these lows. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna get stopped out because I was like, damn, we're down here at before market open. Market open could easily just manipulate these lows and then go higher, but that didn't happen. It's like anything can happen in the market, bro. Just trust your analysis. When you get in a trade, just stop micromanaging it. If you have an issue with micromanaging your trade, then honestly your best bet is to get into a trade, set your TP, set your stop loss, and then just get off the charts. That's really what would go best for you. So, trade recap for today. I was hoping that we were going to hit full TP while I was making the trade recap, but that unfortunately did not happen. Trail stop loss even tighter now because we have these continuation lows that should not get touched. Yeah, overall, really good trade. 107 ticks as of now. Would be 114 ticks if we hit full TP.